everyone, welcome back to our channel. I know these are hard times for everybody, and I hope that some of you are at home able to daydream about your next trip to Japan or next trip to wherever, and I'm hoping that some of these videos can help fulfill that daydream and help some of the time pass while we're all kind of going through this. Just hoping to bring a little bit of hope to everybody. So today's video is going to be about teamLab in Tokyo. If you've never heard of it, it's kind of a digital museum, and we'll go over how to plan your trip there, what you need to know, how much does it cost, how do you get there, all the things that you need to know. So stay tuned till the end. teamLab, what is it? Their website says teamLab is an international art collective, an interdisciplinary group of various specialists such as artists, programmers, engineers, CG animators, mathematicians, and architects whose collaborative practice seeks to navigate their influence of art, science, technology, and the natural world. Okay, what does that mean? Basically a digital art museum with lots of beautiful, fun, Instagram-worthy attractions. But even if you're not into the old IG or not even into museums, you'll still enjoy this place. So what's the difference between Borderless and Planets? Planets is located in Toyosu, Tokyo, which is where the new fish market moved from Tsukiji to Toyosu, and Borderless is in Odaiba. Borderless is also much bigger of an installation versus Planets. Borderless has 10,000 square meters of borderless, meaning there's no borders, there's no separation of rooms, everything is just kind of seamless and flows into one another. Planets has 4 exhibitions, much smaller. Planets is a semi-permanent installation, and Borderless is a permanent installation. Planets you must enter barefoot, so people that don't like to go barefoot, I don't recommend Planets for you. However, Borderless, you can leave your shoes on for most of the installations. I believe there are 1, maybe 2 installations where you may have to take your shoes off, but you don't have to enter those if you don't want to. So Borderless, you can leave your shoes on. Planets, you may have to take your shoes off. When's the best time to go? Weekends are always going to be busy. My suggestion is to go first thing in the morning to beat the crowds. You'll be the first ones there. You'll get to take your time. You won't have to stand in line so much. There is a room, there are actually several rooms that you have to line up for and queue. We went on a weekday around 3 p.m. and we stood in line outside to get in for about 30 minutes. Keep in mind that when you purchase your tickets, you have to select a slot of time. We walked in and then got into another line once we were inside for one of their most famous installations. It's called the Room of Lights, and we were in that line for another 30 minutes. In total, we spent about 3 hours. I suggest definitely blocking out 3 to 4 hours to explore Borderless. Now, we didn't go to Planets, so I don't have any experience on Planets, but Borderless takes about 3.5 to 4 hours. There is a lot to see, so if you don't want to be rushed, be one of the first people in there, beat the crowds, beat the lines, you'll be good to go. We haven't ever been to Planets, so I can't say off of actual personal experience, but the website says Planets is about 45 minutes to 2 hours. So however thorough you want to be when you're exploring Planets. However, Borderless, we spent about 3 hours and we still didn't see a bunch of installations. So 3 hours wasn't enough for us. Now, if you go first thing in the morning, that I'm suggesting, you may be able to do 3 hours easily because you'll be the first ones to queue up, and so your lines won't be as long. And I do recommend you going first thing in the morning. That way you're one of the first people in, not too crowded. You can take the pictures and videos that you need. And you're also going to be able to queue up for the most popular installations, such as the Room of Lights. And since you're only in the Room of Lights for about a minute or 2, you can go in, do what you need to do. And if you didn't get enough or you didn't have enough time, you can just queue back up again. So that's something that I think we wish we would have done, because we spent 3 hours and we couldn't really find any new rooms. Obviously there's people there, there's staff there that will help you, but yeah. I suggest about 3 to 4 hours that you block to explore Borderless. Planets is a little bit different from what I researched. It's about 1.5 to 2.5 hours at Planets. So if you're more on a time crunch and you want to see what teamLab is all about, I suggest going to Planets. If you have a little bit more time to explore, then Borderless is the one for you. So how much does it cost? It's for both Planets and Borderless, it's 3,200 yen. It's about 32 US dollars, and for kids it's about 1,000 yen, which is about 10 US dollars. What should you wear? This is something that I really wish I would have taken into consideration before we went. There is so many pretty installations there, and you're gonna be taking a lot of pictures because there's so many picturesque places. It's so pretty. There's lots of Instagram worthy places to take shots and videos, and Borderless is very projection based. I don't know about Planets, but Borderless is very projection based. So I saw a lot of people wearing all white, and I wish I would have done that. So my suggestion is to wear all white because it's gonna project images onto you and you're gonna look like you're part of the installation, and it's gonna really make for beautiful photos and videos. So all white is something that I suggest. Also, what I suggest is don't wear a short skirt. Some of the rooms are mirrored, and when I say mirrored, the floors are mirrored as well. So if you wear a short skirt, people will be able to look up your skirt. But I do suggest a longer skirt because a longer flowy skirt that's white with a white top is gonna really make for really pretty, beautiful pictures. So definitely suggest a longer flowy skirt, no to a mini skirt. Because you might have to take your shoes off on some installations, or if you're going to Planets, you'll definitely have to take your shoes off, wear clean socks. Hopefully that goes without saying, but you know, you never know. The other thing is that you'll be on your feet for a really long time, and anywhere in Tokyo, really, you're gonna be on your feet for a really long time, so dress comfy. You don't need to wear heels to this place. I do know some Instagrammers that'll bring a change of shoes with them so that when they're taking their pictures, they can have the cutest shoes to take the pictures with. I just need to be comfortable and I don't wanna lug around shoes everywhere, so I didn't do that. But you definitely can. My number one tip is to wear something white, wear something comfy. Okay, that's it. How was it? Was that informational? Video was helpful for you? I didn't want to give everything away. Right now, they're not operating because of the COVID situation, but that gives you guys time to plan and figure out what you want to do. And so hopefully this was informational. Hopefully this sparks some sort of motivation to plan your next trip and plan what you want to do when you're there. It's actually a really beautiful place and we really enjoyed it. And I actually would like to go back again because there's so many rooms that we missed, and I know that they change out the installations here and there. So we're excited to go back. Maybe check out Planets this next time that we go as well. Thanks again for watching. I hope everyone's staying safe out there, and thank you. See you next time.